the results of this global crisis for not so much money to go around is the response of UNICEF for the Rohingya children in the education sector. And really we have spent months trying to find out how can we get additional money, where can we get additional money, and how can we keep the programs going that we've always had. But the money is running dry. That's the reality. That many of the donors have other priorities now, and also they've cut their funding. And in fact, UNICEF, we've cut many staff. Many of our staff in Dakar, here in Cox's and other places, are losing their jobs, many of us. And so it's a really tough time. And that's one of the reasons that we've had to take some very difficult program decisions. And this is the one that we're going to talk about today, is the response in the Rohingya camps for education. Right now, UNICEF provides 83% of the learning facilities in the camps. And we just don't have money to keep them going from what we did since 18-19 last year. And so one decision we've had to take with great pain and difficulty is that from the end of June, the host community volunteers in kindergarten, grade 1 and 2, will stop being paid. So those community volunteers, they are 1,179, were given notice that from the end of June there'll be no more funding for them. As I said, it's been a very difficult decision, and we've just had to take the best decision possible. What it means for the Rohingya children in grades kindergarten 1 and 2, that we will drop English, science and social studies. But we'll continue with literacy, the Burmese language, maths, life skill and drawing for kindergarten. So we have been talking to our NGO partners since November, again in January, again in April, again in May, to warn them that at some stage we will have to cut programs. And so the program that's been cut at this stage, and I'm afraid there'll be other phases later on, is that the host community teachers in those 3 grades will no longer get any volunteer incentive after the end of June. As well as that, we've made a very difficult decision that the schools will close on Thursday for Eid, and then they should have come back for 2 weeks before the end of the cycle. In fact, UNICEF will close all of our learning facilities on the 4th of June for Eid, and if we get money, we will open again on the 29th of March. Sorry, 29th of June. 29th of June. At this stage, we don't have that money. We have some money coming in from donors, and everybody in the world is following up with those donors to try and hurry it up. But we can't guarantee on the 29th of June that the 83% of Rohingya children in the camp from kindergarten up to the top grades will be opening. We don't have money for that at this time as well. It's just the reality of what's happening in the world. And so it's with sadness, but I just need you journalists to know we've done everything possible. We remain committed to continuing working in Bangladesh. Over the last couple of days, we've been in touch with our education colleagues, our nutrition, our child protections, our water and sanitation, nutrition, that other programs are going on for Bangladeshis all over Bangladesh, and really Madhuri can speak much more to that. But right now, I think you need to know that the host community volunteers in kindergarten grades 1 and grade 2 will be paid at the end of June, and after that there's no more money for their incentives. They received their pay at the end of May already for Eid. So it's with a heavy heart we bring you here today, but with a reality. So I'll just hand over to Madhuri so she can pass on.